All right, welcome to High Bay Case Pick First Shift. Josh is up.
So yesterday, looking at yesterday, we had safety. Was no incidences yesterday. We are currently 8 days injury free, 8 days incident free. We haven't had an injury all month. For the audits we're doing the audits. The things news came up on the audits, although we are focusing more on specific MHE processes, and I'm kind of quizzing them now as far as what the process is to make sure that they get it or that they know it. It's more about repetition and not becoming complacent. It's cause for injuries in the incidences. Quality, we're green on building fill rate and high bay case pick fill rate. Both are gold 99.3. We came in high 99.34 and 99.97. No new issues that we've seen. We already figured out with ACS and figured out why the manic wasn't showing. So we're still trending good on that. Cost yesterday, we planned a 0.98. We came in at 0.101, a little bit higher than cost. And today, then we planned a 0.98 again for today. Cartons per pallet came down. So yesterday was a 36.96 against the anchor of 40.81. We done a few things on the Pareto. We found that sometimes when there's no cages, couldn't affect it, and then partial pallets. We've done some audits on the partial pallets, and we've done some looking at rotating the cages more. Partial pallets came out to be, there wasn't really that many of them, not enough to make a difference on the cartons per pallet. And then the cages, right now is getting them turned a little bit quicker, and when receiving has a pair of loads, kind of makes not enough for it to get back over to turn them. What I'm going to try to do is, we wanted to do it today. We have an apparel load that kind of threw us off a little bit, so we're going to do it tomorrow, is actually start second pass for the shaded with cages on the first, whatever aisles come over here, however many cages we have, and see if that will make an impact on this. Throughput, we came in, we were 30 minutes off plan yesterday, 3.77%. Part of that was some of the IAT drops and some of the full pallets we had yesterday kind of hiccup. Cost us about 6 hours overall. Had a 5% non-standard time for yesterday, right on goal, but we were down 4% the day before. Meeting did run a little bit long yesterday in the startup meeting, so it came back up to 5%. Yesterday, the scoreboard, we were red all morning long. Meeting ran longer. Then we had some battery delay issues. We kind of lost a little ground, made up a little ground. They were running about 7 cases, or 7 points of CPH lower than planned. We did lose a walkie as well, so we had to make an adjustment there. But we did end up coming up slowly but surely towards the end. And then it was just the IATs and the full pallets that kind of made us go over. So again, 30 minutes over yesterday. Today we're in the green all day. And as far as the TMs, I know that yesterday they weren't too happy with seeing the red. Came out swinging today. 10 points over plan. They did running at 185. Ended up finishing right about, today was 12:30. Actually finished right about 12:40 today. So it was a good day today. See any questions?
Yeah, Josh, on your costs, again, when we first started this, I can see that you're quite a bit in the red. Now I see that it's starting to stabilize. What were the challenges initially?
Well, some of these issues right here is when we started right after season condensing and consolidating aisles. So we're using more labor for that. And then right about here is when we got a little bit higher volume and a little bit, we noticed that inventory wasn't allowing us to reduce as much as we wanted to. So we kind of slowed off down here of consolidating and reducing as aggressively as we were. So it pushed the cost closer together of the gap of plan and actual. Any other questions?
I think one of the questions that I had, again, just relating back to the use of the boards, what are the things that your team members are finding most useful and are most interested in here?
Finish time.
Finish time.
They really like the red or green. They can see. They're to the point right now that they see me walking when it's break time, or if they see me around and they'll wait to see what color pin I'm going to pull out. It's red or green. They want to know, if we're doing good, if we're not doing good, and if we're on time to finish, because we have a lot of transitioning in high bay. Everybody goes into something different at the end, so they want to see that. I also added the T100 up here, so they want to know what we're running at, what they should be running at, and trying to push for that average T100 right now. The learning in this is, like you said earlier, red isn't necessarily bad. Red is an area of opportunity. So when they see red, trying to get them into this side of the board is just because it's red doesn't mean it's bad. It means we have work. So what is it that we need to work on? And going slowly, piece by piece to get them involved. Now they're asking questions about this side, not just this side. So it's the experience and learning process for them to actually show them about the business and what they do and how it impacts us.
Okay, great. Thank you, Josh.